Last time I was left with a dilemma. The string action was too high. This left me only one real option, to recess the Calar bridge, bringing the string height down to an acceptable level. This will be done freehand, so I need to take lots of care not to slip and route out of bounds. I'll work up to the final depth, taking a few shallower passes. This gives me more control over the router and allows me to correct errors with each additional pass. With the recess routed, the bridge now slots comfortably into place. So it's time to get this set back up. If the action is in the right place this time, then we might just be able to get the hurricane to shred. Ah, success! It looks like we've done enough to get this playable. Having assured the neck is still straight, we can adjust the action of each individual string. This should be low enough that fretting notes is easy and doesn't push notes sharp, but not so low as to generate fret buzz. The action at the bridge should also mimic the radius of the fretboard, so the strings in the middle sit a little higher than those on the outside. The bass strings also need to be slightly higher than the treble strings purely because they are thicker and need a little more room to move. Now for the intonation. We want the open string and the 12th fret note to be exactly an octave apart. This will give us the best approximation of a whole neck being in tune, but in reality, such a thing simply isn't achievable on instruments with straight frets. When comparing to the open string, if the 12th fret note is flat, then our octave sits on the string somewhere towards the bridge, so moving the saddle to shorten the string length will bring the octave towards the 12th fret. Similarly, if the 12th fret note is sharp, then the octave sits somewhere on the string towards the nut, so moving the saddle to increase the string length brings the octave towards the 12th fret. The last thing we want to do is to adjust pickup height so that each has a similar output level. Adjusting the heights of pickups can be one of the most influential factors in your guitar's sound. Too far away and you will have a weak signal, but too close and you lose definition and are also likely to experience strange double notes or the strings hitting off the pole pieces. Now with all that in place, let's get a play at this, get a feel for the sound and see if there are any other little niggles that are still present. As you can see, I lack significant skill in the guitar playing department. I'm no shredder, but this guitar does play very well. I've got the string action just about right. I could probably tweak it out a little bit more though. There's 1 or 2 frets that have a little buzz. They're probably just a tiny bit higher than the surrounding frets. A bit of spot leveling will get that perfect. I'm really enjoying the sound from the bridge humbucker, it's fantastic. The middle single coil is great too, although strangely it did cut out in the middle of me playing, so there must be a bad solder connection somewhere that I'll need to address. The neck stack, as lovely as it sounds for a vintage style pickup, simply doesn't have the output to compete with the other 2 pickups on this guitar, and I would like to swap that out for a blade humbucker, which I'm going to wind for next time. I'm also going to ask around and see if there are any really competent shredders who would like to come and demonstrate this for me, as I'm never going to be able to do it justice on my own. So I think we've got another episode still in here, and if you want to be notified of when that comes out, then you can hit the subscribe button. Patreon's also there for exclusive secret stuff, and there's other videos you might not have seen. But that's all for now. Keep it loud, and I'll see you later.